If I don't fight for myself, if I don't fight for my dreams, like who else will? So I have to trust myself that I'm doing all I can to get this back injury sorted. I have to, if there's no sponsors, then I will find some other ways. And yeah, I have this matchstick right now. I found it, but I just have to hold on to it. And I know that the cauldron is there. I can see it within my sight. It's just 5 months away. And I just have to hold on to it, hang on to it, and I will light the fire. I'm Saiyidah Aisyah, and I'm a rower, and I share hope.
Welcome to I Share Hope, the podcast where world leaders share their real stories of hope and how you can use actionable hope to start changing your life today. And now, here's your host, Chris Williams.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. You look like you are super busy. You're like in the middle of the office and there's stuff going on everywhere.
No, this is my housemate stuff.
That's great. So is your side all like neat and perfect and their side's all messy?
Neater. Yeah.
Fair enough. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So what time is it where you are?
It's 11 a.m.
It's not
in
too
Sydney. What about you?
It's, let's see, 7... Let me see. I should know what time it is, shouldn't I? Let me look at my phone. It's 6 o'clock p.m. on Tuesday. So is it Wednesday for you?
It's Wednesday here, yeah.
Nice. I hope Wednesday's turning out well. I can't wait for it.
It's getting pretty hot out here.
Oh, is it really? Yeah, it's getting to be summertime where you are.
Yeah, summer starts next week.
Nice. All right, so am I correct that if you drain the bathtub on your side of the world, it actually goes the other direction? Is that true?
I don't know what's the other direction.
I think it goes clockwise up here. I'd have to run a sign out.
I'll have to check it out later.
I see it every day. I just never pay attention. All right, so is your name pronounced Aisyah?
Yes.
With an SH sound like Aisyah.
Yes.
Beautiful. And say your last name.
So it's Saiyidah Aisyah?
Saiyidah Aisyah.
Yes.
So is your first name Saiyidah?
My first name is Saiyidah Aisyah, and my last name is Mohamed Rafa'ee.
I'm going to stick with the first name.
Yeah, it's a pretty long name.
So do people call you Aisyah, though?
Yes, Aisyah.
Okay, great.
So Australians can't get my name right, so I just tell them to, my first name will be Aisyah, and my last name is Rafa'ee.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it. Aisyah Mohamed. Is that what you'd say?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, so tell me a little about you. You have been a rowing champion as of late, past couple of years. Did you win it was a gold medal in a regional, like a big region of Asia in rowing, as in like the kind of rowing that I picture like colleges doing. Is that right? Were you all in the boat?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
The one that goes backwards.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So how in the world did you go from Singapore you're in Australia now, right?
Yes, in Sydney.
And how's that connection, and how do you get to be a Sydney athlete, and yet you're from Singapore and getting credit there?
So basically, my coach is based here. Mm-hmm. So that's why I decided to come over here to train. And rowing is very small in Singapore. So we don't have a full-time coach in Singapore. And because I row in the single sculls, mm-hmm. I don't have training partners. Oh. So I thought I would come over here. We have Sydney has one of the best rowing conditions, like rowing environment. So that's why I decided to come over here to train full time.
So what makes Sydney such a great rowing place?
The coach the head coach of the club that I'm rowing at, he's of an Olympic standard. The club itself is one of the best in New South Wales. The girls I'm training with, all of them have represented Australia. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And yeah, there's lots of water in Sydney to row on. Okay. Yeah.
So when you're looking for good water, obviously a coach's location is important, but when you're looking for good water, are you looking for a river or a flat lake, or what do you want?
There's lots of rivers here. Mm-hmm. They might not be flat most of the times, but you can't expect flat conditions in rowing and in racing as well. So we have the condition varies, but I think what's most important for an athlete is the everyday environment mm-hmm. that you train in, that competitive environment. Yeah. So that's what I have here, and that's what I don't have back at home.
Oh, I see.
So that's why I'm here.
So Singapore, is it just not a rowing community? Just nobody there interested in it, or what's the?
We
It's a
used
big
to have.
population, right? It's a big. I mean, it's a
It
big place.
is. It is. Yeah. We don't have much water bodies to row in.
Oh,
Yeah, that's one of the problems. But we used to have a team, but most of them have left because of like work and school. So there isn't really a support system for those who want to train full time.
okay.
Yeah.
So you left your job to do this, right?
Not really left my job. I put it aside.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I'm done with this, I'm going back to my job.
And what's your real job when you're not rowing?
I'm a sports officer in a polytechnic, just like a high school.
That's awesome. And so they're willing
Yeah.
to, I mean, obviously you're competing in games like this. They'd love to have you back. You're getting a name for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been really understanding. So they've granted me like a year's worth of leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
of course, it's a no pay leave. Yeah.
Not too
But
bad.
they're saving the spot for me.
All right. So how do you finance all this then? You get a no pay leave and you took a shot at I mean, are you sponsored now that you've won?
No, I'm not. So everything is self-funded now.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's from my savings. It's funny because when I was working, I had this savings called the marriage savings. And I've used all of it for rowing. It's like I'm married to my boat.
Yes, you're married to the boat. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope your boat's good to you.
Yeah, it's been good.
Okay, good. Does your boat have a name?
Not really. My boat back in Singapore has a name, but not the one here.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know how this works, I guess. If we're asking 1,000 people around the world who are leading in their communities in some way, what they believe and think about and how they use hope in their daily life. And we've had some people say they don't believe in hope. Some people are all about hope. And there's a wild array of views on how hope works and what it is. So can I ask you our 5 questions and see what we come up with?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's the first one then. What's your favorite quote or definition or your belief about hope?
I like to see our goals and dream as this fire that we have to light. You know, like the fire in the big cauldron, like those you see in the Olympic Games. So that's your hope and dream. And that's your dreams and goals. And hope comes in the form of something that helps to light the fire. So like a matchstick or a torch or basically anything that helps to light the fire. And the thing is, everyone has this matchstick. It's either you have it with you all the time or it's somewhere waiting for you to find it. But yeah, in order to light that fire, you need this matchstick. And that's why we need hope to reach our goals and dreams.
Awesome example. It's a great illustration. A spark, a matchstick, something that just lights that fire and all of a sudden it's off and going like crazy. That's great.
Like I like the view of, you know what, like during opening ceremonies of Olympic Games, like big games, like the sports person will light the fire in the cauldron. I love that part.
Oh, I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
Remember, I don't know what Olympics it was, 10, 15 years ago. I remember being, I don't know if I was in high school or a little younger than that, and somebody shot the arrow, like a flaming arrow.
Yes, that is amazing.
I know. And that's the image that's coming to mind. Just that, oh, there it is. Oh, yes, it's going. And then boom, it's just like awesome, you know?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful moment, yeah.
All right, so who has helped you light that match in your life? Who's given you that kind of hope?
As an athlete, I think my coaches play a very important part in my life. So I have this coach when I was back in Singapore in 2013. He used to coach me. He's from Japan, and he was over in Singapore for a full-time job, but his job wasn't to coach the national team. And he found out that the Singapore national team didn't have a coach. So he decided to coach us voluntarily. He came down every week. He was there like at 5:30 a.m. every weekend. Yeah, and he was the one who recommended me to go to Sydney to train under my current coach, which is Alan Bennett. So basically, these 2 guys are not being paid, but they are always there all the time when I'm on water. And it's just amazing that before they both came along, I had this Olympic dream, but I thought that my dream will remain as just a dream, something I look forward to. But when they came along, they gave me a glimpse of hope. They gave me like that matchstick. Like it totally changed my life. They made me feel like my dreams can actually come true. And their passion and love for the sport is just amazing. Like sometimes when I feel unmotivated, sometimes when I feel like just hanging up my oars because life gets hard and things like that. And then I think about how much effort and time they put in to guide me, to help me to get where I want. And if they're not giving up on me, why should I give up on myself? So yeah,
Great
they're just
point.
amazing.
Having somebody else to believe in you is so important.
It is. It is.
Great example. You got some good people with you. I hope your
I'm
coaches get to
lucky
hear
have
this.
them.
Your coaches need to hear this to be thanked.
I hope so too.
All right. So question 3, is there a time in your life, kind of take us back to that time, paint a picture, what was going on around you where you really needed hope, where you had to kind of pull on the strength of others or to relight that match for yourself?
Actually, this is a very apt moment for me right now when talking about hope, because I have been having this back injury for a few weeks now, and it has been really like frustrating me. It has been affecting my performance on water, and as an athlete, all I want to do is to win, to be fast. But this injury is hindering my performance, and the qualification for the Olympics is 5 months away, and I can't afford to lose any more training time. So and on top of this, a few weeks ago I received news from my apparel sponsor saying that they won't renew my contract, and it feels like the whole world is crumbling down on me. It feels like everyone has stopped believing in me. But I told myself that if I continue to believe in myself, I'm sure like everything will be okay eventually. And yeah, if I don't fight for myself, if I don't fight for my dreams, like who else will? So I have to trust myself that I'm doing all I can to get this back injury sorted. I have to, if there's no sponsors, then I will find some other ways. I have friends in Singapore who are willing to help me financially. And yeah, I have this matchstick right now. I found it, but I just have to hold on to it. And yeah, I know that the cauldron is there. I can see it within my sight. It's just 5 months away, and I just have to hold on to it, hang on to it, and yeah, I will light the fire.
I know you will. No doubt about that. A back injury. Oh, so how do you? So I picture. I think we were watching the movie Maleficent recently with my kids. It's a new.
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah,
With,
the one with Angelina Jolie.
yes, and when
Yeah.
she loses her wings and then gets them back, I think one of my kids said, "Wow, she must have huge back muscles because she's got these monster wings back there, right?" So I'm picturing you. You got these huge back muscles. You have to because you're rowing constantly. How do you injure your back? Did you help a friend move and picked up a heavy box, or?
No, it's just constant wear and tear. Constant like strain, like tightness of the back muscles. So it's usually from my shoulders, and then it affects my hips, and then now it's the back. So it's like everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just a lot of work on there. Yeah, I know you'll get better. I know you will. You're under good. You got good teachers around you too, so you're good.
Yeah, it's not the first time I'm having this back problem, so I know what to do. It's just frustrating because it happened again. Yeah, so.
I hear you. All right, so what are you doing on a daily basis to share hope in your world? How do you pass that along?
Okay, I have a blog and a website which I occasionally write. Like,
Yeah.
when I feel emotional, I'll just pen down my thoughts. And I'm sort of like a very quotesy person. I love quotes. They can be really powerful. Like if you see my bedroom, it's like filled with quotes and like Olympic logos and things like that. And I post like inspirational quotes and videos, articles on my social media because I believe that, if like my friends like to share this stuff, so I get inspired by this stuff. So if I pass it on, someone else might get inspired by it. But I believe that the only thing that I can do right now is just to continue to train, and like how my coach doesn't give up on me, and that gives me hope. I want to do the same. I don't want to give up my dream. I want to fight on and reach my dream, and hopefully this will inspire others as well.
Oh, I love that. You're absolutely right. So are there any younger rowers that, I mean, obviously you're a hero to lots of people who are younger and wanting to be what you've become. Do you get to interact with them very much? Is it hard in your schedule? I mean, how do they do that?
Yeah, whenever I'm back in Singapore, I will meet up with the younger rowers. They're all younger than me anyway.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Are you like 18? I mean, how old are you? You can't be that old.
27.
No.
The girls I train with here, they're like 20. I feel like a grandma.
Whatever.
But yeah, they don't have to be rowers. Like I have athlete friends as well, who sometimes I talk to, and sometimes they motivate me, and I motivate them as well. When they're feeling down, I will tell them that, like, yeah, Singapore is a small country. Sometimes we don't have the support that we need, but we just have to continue believing in ourselves. Yeah.
Good. Very good. All right, so I'm going to hang up this phone in a minute, or this video chat, and then I have to go out and live hope the rest of the day, evening, whatever. What do I do next? What does anybody listening or watching do? If you could give us the simple steps for sharing hope or growing in hope, what are those?
Okay, firstly, I believe that you have to believe in yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to believe that you are capable of reaching your dreams and goals. And secondly, I think you have to love what you do. I think it's most important. Like, if you love what you do, hope will come easily. It will always be there. For me, I love rowing. I can't imagine myself doing anything else. That's why no matter how hard the going gets, the love and passion for the sport will just get me through anything. And thirdly, I believe in being strong, like holding on to that matchstick no matter what happens, no matter how cruel our life can be. You just have to stay strong, keep your chin up. And you know what? If you're strong, like, you'll never know who you might inspire. So these three things, what are these three things again? The trust in yourself, the love for what you do, and being strong. I think these three things will eventually give you hope in anything that you'll do.
I couldn't agree with you more. So believing in yourself, loving what you do, and don't quit. Stay after it. Stay strong.
Yep.
And I found the more I do that in my world, for my interest and what I love and what I'm staying strong with, the more I find people around me who just kind of show up and join in. And all of a sudden you've got even a bigger support team.
Yeah,
It gets
you're
better and
lucky
better.
to be meeting and talking to all these, like, inspirational people. Like, I've listened to some of your podcasts, and these people are just amazing.
I
Like,
know.
they've been through the harshest times, and now they're just inspiring, and oh, it's just so beautiful. And the best thing is that they're like your everyday people, like you and me. Like, they're not superstars or celebrities. They can be like my next door neighbor, or the person I was sitting next to in the train. Like, it
Yeah.
can happen to anyone. That is just amazing. So I would like to thank you for this opportunity and this project that you have. This is
Well,
just beautiful.
you're one of the superstars, so I appreciate your time. I really do.
I'm not.
I'm one of the
Thank you
everyday
so
people,
much.
and thank you for the time and encouraging me. So tell me, we want to follow you more. How do I share where you're hanging out? Your blog, social media? What do you got?
Yeah, I have a Facebook page. It is Aisyah Rower. So that is Aisyah Rower, ROWER. And yeah, so I have a website as well, aisharower.com.
Great.
And you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram account is Aisyah, ARIESYAH.
Lots of
Yeah.
pictures
I'm
of boats and
oh
oars,
yeah,
right?
I'm a selfie queen. Not much on my boat though.
That's so awesome. Okay, I love it. Well, anything else? Is there, it just, when you're going into a competition, you're lined up with, like, what do you got, 5 or 6 other boats out there next to you? And then what are you thinking? Like, it's, ready, set, and then the gun goes off. What are you thinking, like, that 3 seconds right before you start pulling?
I'm always thinking about how much I've been through this. Like, I've been doing this for 11 years, and yeah, how much I enjoy doing this. Yeah, it's just the love for the sport, I guess.
I love
Yeah.
that. All right, so you finished, then you hit the finish line in the competition you did. Where you got the gold medal there in Asia, all of Asia. You beat them all.
Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia. What's that? It's only like 2 billion people. So what is that? 2 billion people. No big deal. So you're just the best rower out of 2 or 3 billion people, literally. And you cross the finish line. What's the first thing that pops through your head? The 3 seconds after you cross the finish line.
Oh, honestly, I can't remember. I was just in tears. I was crying. I think it was my legs. I was so grateful I still have my legs with me. Because when I got out of the boat, I just couldn't walk. I was just so tired, and yeah, I guess it was just pure happiness of getting where I want after, like, how much people don't believe in me, because I was no one then, and like I was being rejected by sponsors and fundings and things like that. And yeah, I pushed through everything. I guess it was all those a year's worth of challenges and problems in that 3 seconds. Like, you know what? Well, this is my gold medal for you. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, one last thing. We have each of our guests say your name and I share hope. So I would say, I'm Chris Williams and I share hope. So I'll be quiet over here, and then we'll use that at the beginning of the audio for the podcast and release that.
Yeah.
So
Do I use Aisyah Roa or Saiyidah Aisyah?
I want you to use what you want to use.
Ah. All right. And I share hope, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm Saiyidah Aisyah and I'm a Roa and I share hope.
I love it.
How's that?
That's perfect. Thank you very much. You have
Thank
a great
you.
rest of your Wednesday, and enjoy it. Tell your roommate to clean up over there.
And Merry Christmas to you.
And the same to you. Happy holidays. We have a lot of great stuff coming our way in the next few weeks. Is fun for.
Yeah, I saw some of the Santa Claus photo on your Facebook page. That is so hilarious.
I know. So I was in. Do you have Home Depot? Home Depot in Sydney, like the.
Something that we do, like a DIY store.
Yeah.
Like a warehouse. Yeah.
Ah,
We do.
it was the nuttiest thing. These little guys' mustaches went crazy. Oh!
It's adorable. I need to find some of those.
All right. Enjoy it.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
See you
Have
later.
a good night.
Okay, bye-bye. She had some great points too. Believing in yourself, doing what you love, and not giving up. Just don't stop. Keep going forward. Get out there and take some steps towards hope today. Believe in yourself. You can do this. You can get through whatever it is you're getting through, or you can become better at whatever you're becoming. You really can. Have a community around you. She made some great points about that too, of having those coaches, friends, family, social media network. There's so many places and people you can go to and reach somebody else who will help support you and will have a similar or common goal for their own life, or know how to guide you in the right direction in what you're doing. Reach out and ask somebody. There's a lot of resources out there. Feel free to reach out to us. We'll see if we can point you in the right direction. So believe in yourself, do what you love, and don't stop. Keep going. You get better and better at it. So thank you, Aisyah. If you want to find out more about her, isharehope.com is the place to go. We'll have her links for website, blog, social media, all that stuff. You can also find out more about other guests. We're interviewing 1,000 people from all over the world, every genre of society and every location on the globe that we can get ourselves into. We're interviewing and doing our best to get a true cross-section of world population. So jump out there, find out what we got, and we'd love to see you some more. You can find me at Chris Williams HQ. That's the social media handle for pretty much everywhere you're going to find me. Chris Williams HQ, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Just go for it. Look forward to talking to you more. Let me know what steps you're following to share hope around you. I'd love to know. Thanks. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.
You've just listened to I Share Hope. If you're ready to make a change, head to our website at isharehope.com and claim your free copy of the top 10 actions of hope from world leaders to use hope in your own life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next time. Welcome to I Share Hope, the podcast where world leaders share their real stories of hope and how you can use actionable hope to start changing your life today. And now, here's your host, Chris Williams.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. You look like you are super busy. You're like in the middle of the office and there's stuff going on everywhere.
No, this is my housemate stuff. Yeah.
Aisyah?
Yes.
With so an SH sound like Aisyah.
Yes.
Beautiful. And say your last name.
So it's Saiyidah Aisyah?
Saiyidah Aisyah.
Yes.
So is your first name Saiyidah?
My first name is Saiyidah Aisyah and my last name is Mohamed Rafa'ee.
I'm going to stick with the first
Yeah,
name.
it's a pretty long name.
So do people call you Aisyah though?
Yes, Aisyah.
Okay, great.
So Australians can't get my name right, so I just tell them to my first name will be Aisyah and my last name is Rafa'ee.
That's great. So is your side all like neat and perfect and their side's all messy?
Nita. Yeah.
Fair enough. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So what time is it where you are?
It's 11 a.m.
It's not
in
too
Sydney. What about you?
It's let's see, 7. No, let me see. I should know what time it is, shouldn't I? Let me look at my phone. It's 6:00 p.m. on Tuesday. So is it Wednesday for you?
It's Wednesday here, yeah.
Nice. I hope.
If I don't fight for myself, if I don't fight for my dreams, like who else will? So I have to trust myself that I'm doing all I can to get this back injury sorted. I have to, if there's no sponsors, then I will find some other ways. And yeah, I have this matchstick right now. I found it, but I just have to hold on to it. And I know that the cauldron is there. I can see it within my sight. It's just 5 months away. And I just have to hold on to it, hang on to it, and I will light the fire. I'm Saiyidah Aisyah, and I'm a rower, and I share hope.
Wednesday's turning out well. I can't wait for it.
It's getting pretty hot out here.
Oh, is it really? Yeah, it's getting to be summertime where you are.
Yeah, summer starts next week.
Nice. All right, so am I correct that if you drain the bathtub on your side of the world, it actually goes the other direction? Is that true?
I don't know what's the other direction.
I think it goes clockwise up here. I'd have to run a sign out.
I'll have to check it out later.
I see it every day. I just never pay attention. All right, so is your name pronounced